If you haven't watched Halloween Ends or Kills, please note the following will exhibit spoilers. For a movie that was to conclude a trilogy from a series, Halloween Ends, characters created by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, left me with more questions than answers. I wonder if you felt the same. Please take this little trip with me, entertain my questions, and let me know if you agree. And welcome back to Ivy Joe's Reviews. Question number 1. Why was the town not treating the subplot of missing people with more seriousness than Halloween Ends alluded to? The town had suffered great pain and loss at the hands of a psychopathic serial killer. Even at the beginning of the movie, you would think there would be extra security, the community, on high alert. Question number 2. Why wasn't Lori going into therapy for her trauma, equal to her getting rid of all her weapons and security, especially when such fears or anxieties were well-founded? Michael had been stalking Lori since Halloween 1978. Why lower her sense of security now? I didn't see cameras around the house, traps or floodlights like she possessed in Halloween 2018. I understand therapy, I understand progression, but for someone who should have been traumatized by Michael Myers, she seemed to lowered all of her guards. Lori's character went from bearing heavy artillery, from Halloween 2018 to a handgun she pulled from the safe in Halloween Ends. There was no comparison. Question number 3. How does a mass murderer like Michael Myers, even after 4 years, simply disappear off the radar by living in a sewer? I'm not convinced his madness would keep him hidden to that degree. Question number 4. Why was the destruction of the Michael Myers childhood house not documented more in the film, as it was an integral part of Michael's mythology? Question number 5. How does Kyle Richards' character Lindsay Wallace, from the original Halloween movie from 1978, end up working at the bar in Halloween Ends? In Halloween Kills, it was alluded that Lindsay returns every year because of the anniversary of what took place during the Halloween 1978 killings. And now she is pouring drinks at the bar and reading tarot cards. You would think that she would have been traumatized by the events that took place in the original Halloween movie, as a child, and that would have kept her more secluded, insular, introverted. Question number 6. Why was the incident at the Haddonfield Hospital from Halloween Kills not mentioned or referenced in Halloween Ends, since it was such a major part of that film, and from the aesthetics resembles Halloween 2? No follow-up or flashbacks on that. Question number 7. Why was there no mention in how all this linked with Dr. Sartain from Halloween 2018, to Dr. Loomis's assessment of Michael Myers from Halloween 1978 and Halloween 2? Dr. Sartain was a student of Dr. Loomis who partitioned and was granted to study Michael Myers after Dr. Loomis. Dr. Sartain stated that Michael Myers had become his life obsession, and that he studied every file on him. He also stated in Halloween 2018, as if jealous of Dr. Loomis, that Dr. Loomis was the only one that saw Michael Myers in the wild, and concluded he was nothing more than pure evil. Dr. Loomis's character in the Halloween movies was important in comprehending Michael's psychosis and psychological profile. And Dr. Sartain was obsessed with studying and understanding Michael Myers. Because of it, it would have been great to see some sort of flashback of Dr. Loomis the professor and of Dr. Sartain his past student, providing context, a backstory, and a profile of Michael Myers. A psychological, behavioral analysis or criminal profile to understand why he killed from a young age into adulthood. To help us audience understand why he hunts Lori, and if it is because he is pure evil. Question number 8. With the sequence of events that sprung into action as a result of Halloween 1978, Halloween 2018, and Halloween Kills, wouldn't that have made Michael Myers and Haddonfield more of an attraction to people like the British podcasters from Halloween 2018? In this day and age, true crime and podcast are popular. Wouldn't that make Haddonfield more of a tourist attraction, causing an increase in tourist and true crime podcasters to be drawn to Haddonfield? Question number 9. With Halloween Ends showcasing Corey as a new psychopathic killer, whose impulses was to explain Michael Myers as a killer, why not introduce his character earlier in the trilogy? For example, a good introduction would have been fitting in Halloween 2018, so that his introduction and his allure to killing wouldn't have seemed so random. Question number 10. According to David Gordon Green in an article available on tvline.com, there was an ending that he wrote that was never filmed, that if he had, it would have linked Halloween 3 with this current franchise. According to director David Gordon Green, the scene he wrote was of Silver Shamrock Factory from Halloween 3, where the production line was creating skeletons and jack-o'-lantern masks, when all of a sudden Michael Myers' mask started spitting out the machine and on the production line. The director stated at the end of the day, "I thought that's just fan service for people who know what Silver Shamrock is," and therefore did not film or include the scenes in Halloween Ends. However, I think it's even more reason why he should have included it in the movie. What's your thoughts? Do you think he should have included it? Do you think it would have presented more questions for those who are not familiar with Silver Shamrock? Do you think the linkage would have been beneficial to the original franchise, and a nod to Halloween 3? Please let me know what you think about any of the questions I raised, or any that you have thought of that I did not mention. Leave your comments below. And as always, thank you for watching Ivy Joe's Reviews.